I'm gonna drink this a little bit. Hold on. I hope I don't stick or something though. Ooh, that was a good one. That's a good one. I can't even record this for a while.
Hi my queens and my kings, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, please click the subscribe button, please, and thank you. We're on the road to 500 to 1,000 subscribers. I kind of have like in the range of that, and if we can grow our channel, that would be much appreciated for me. So please like, comment, and share, because the more that you share, the more that we grow. And don't you want us to grow? But anyways, for this video, I wanted to talk about my journey to self-love and confidence. So I don't really like to talk about like too much of my personal life, because like I'm still like guarded in some way about certain things. But for most of my life, I had very low self-esteem. I think it was because of like middle school and me getting bullied, but that ultimately impacted the way I felt about myself, and I felt that I was ugly and that people wouldn't genuinely think I was attractive. So like I would do things so that I would draw attention away from myself, and like I was already weird because like I'm quiet and I'm very introverted, and that kind of didn't like resonate with other people, so they tried everything in their possible ability to make me feel bad about myself. And I don't know, it kind of impacted me a little. I didn't do a lot of things, and I still have anxiety sometimes, but little by little I'm overcoming it, and I hope that with this video I can help other people overcome their issues as well. But yeah, so that was middle school. I was bullied, and then moving into high school, I finally started to gain acceptance from other people. And like, even though I was like, again, one of the only African people in my school, in high school, because I went to all like mostly predominantly Spanish high school, so like everybody was Spanish, and then I was the only one that was like, there was a few of us that were black, but like I was the only one that was African. But like everyone made me feel they made me feel welcomed, and eventually I felt like I'm so happy embracing myself. I'm Ghanaian, and I should embrace that. Like, why am I ashamed to be African? Like, that doesn't make sense. But like, you see, when you're younger and people make fun of you for who you are, you start to close yourself off that part of you, and you try to reject that part of you. And I know I'm Ghanaian American. My parents migrated from Ghana to here, so it's like I have a total experience than someone else who was born in Ghana and then came here. So like for me, like I grew up in New York City all my life, so it's like my experiences are totally different because of how the dynamic in the places that I lived. So that ultimately impacted me. But like in high school, people started to accept me, and then I started to accept myself slowly and slowly. I was still the weird child. I'm always weird, and I learned to embrace that. And I don't say weird as in like stigmatizing way or try to make people feel bad. I just claim it. I own it. I am weird. I am unique, and that's my personality, and I don't want to change for anybody. So like, yeah, I started to slowly build up confidence in myself. Even if I didn't dress the best, I would always like dress how I wanted to, which was colorful stuff, which, oh gosh, some of the stuff that I used to wear, I'm like, seriously? Why did you wear that? But anyways, yeah, so then moving into senior year of high school. Yeah, senior year of high school, like I think I started to like develop into my body as somewhat. I didn't really notice I had curves until one day someone in class slapped my butt, and it was like, Mary, you have a big butt. And I'm like, oh my god. Now attention is drawn to me for that. Like, what? Like I don't know, I'm that type of person. I don't look at myself intently like that, because there was a time that I could never even look at myself in the mirror. Like, that's bad. Like, I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I couldn't even say to myself, like, Mary, you're beautiful. Like, I didn't believe it. It was like, I don't know, I programmed myself based on like how other people treated me, that I was always ugly. And that wasn't good for me. But I didn't see how other people saw me. Like, even if I was pretty, like if someone gave me a compliment, I didn't really know how to handle it. And still sometimes to this day I still don't like know how to handle compliments, because I know I'm pretty, but like when someone else tells me that, it's like, oh, okay, okay, they see something, that they see what I see. But like at the time, long time ago, I didn't really see what other people saw. But yeah, I was growing into my body, and then moving into freshman year of college. Oh boy, I'm an EOP student, so like I enrolled in the summer, and like I was eating foods. That was the first time like I saw like a whole wide variety of different kinds of foods. So you know what? I'm eating it. I'm stuffing it down. I'm not noticing that I'm gaining weight. So I'm gaining weight. So then we move into. So I got admitted into the school and everything through EOP. So then we move into fall semester of that year, and my fall semester of my freshman year, and then like I'm not noticing that I'm gaining weight. I'm eating the school food, which the college food, oh my god, the college dining hall food is the worst food ever. I don't know what food or preservatives or whatever kind of I don't know what they put in the food, but it be just making you big and fat, and it's just like, what? Like, I understand we're supposed to be eating, but like if you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you have like a buffet style, like you're gonna unconsciously eat too many foods, and then we end up getting the freshman 15, which I ended up getting like the freshman 30, because from the summer and then moving into the freshman year, by the end of it I gained like I think about 30 pounds. And so like I was near 200, and I think I will insert a picture somewhere here of how I looked. But like I had low self-esteem. Like I did not like myself. I would look in the mirror and I would get disgusted. Like I don't know why I'm smiling, because sometimes I feel like whenever I get awkward about certain things in my life, I begin to smile, and people notice it. But yeah, I was like near 200 pounds. And then on top of that, you know, like when you're stressed, like I know this is TMI, but ladies, when you're stressed in college, like you begin to lose your period, right? Like you start to like you don't get your period as often, because like you're stressed out about schoolwork, and then you're trying to adjust to different to the lifestyle in college, and that's causing you more stress. So then that was happening, and I was told by my doctor that like my hormone levels was like way high. Like I had way too much testosterone compared to estrogen, and I was just like, okay. So then she told me to start to try and bring my weight down, and like I was trying to do that anyways, because like, but I needed to hear that wake up call that like, oh, there's something wrong that I'm doing. So like that summer before my sophomore year, I was like working hard to lose the weight. So then I would exercise, I would do so many things. I live in Brooklyn. There's like a long strip, and I would just walk it. Like I will get off the earliest train station that's like way far from where I live, but within walking distance, and I would just walk that in the summer, and I would just do that. And then I would try and eat healthier, because I had a summer job, so then I would try and eat healthier. And then over the time, I think by the end of the summer, I lost like 15 to 20 pounds. So I was like in the 170s range. Yeah, like 175 or something like that. And I slowly started to getting confidence in myself. Started looking at myself and being like, wow, you're very pretty. So then fast forward, moving on into like the end of sophomore year and into like the junior year. Like something happened in the summer, and then like I guess I lost weight because of that. Because like when you're stressed and like some other stuff happened to you, you start to like, your body just does what it wants. And I just lost even more weight, and I ended up being in the 160s range. And someone else noticed that I lost weight, and I was like, huh? And they were like, yeah, Mary, you look nice. And I'm like, okay. So then I looked in the mirror, and I took a picture that day that the person said it. And I'll probably insert it somewhere here. Like I was at church, and someone in church was like, oh wow, you lost weight. And I was like, what? I didn't notice I lost weight. I was just like, whatever. And then also, I think it was probably that sophomore year or into junior year that I also found one of my Ankara like Entuma outfits that I had like years ago, and I put it on and it fit me. Like when I was 200 pounds, that did not fit me. I was like so flabbergasted and amazed that that outfit fit me. That outfit fit me. So I was just like, wow, my body is getting changes. I started to feel more confident slowly. I started to feel more confident in myself. And then in junior year, that's when I started getting into makeup. And every Friday, I used to do this thing where I used to force myself to look good. Like I would put on makeup, and I would do my hair nicely the way I liked it, and then I would put on a nice outfit. And I did that every Friday for like a semester, and that made me feel good. And slowly, I started to build confidence in myself, and I realized that I am pretty. Like my beauty isn't just physical, you know, it's internally. Like I'm a nice person, I'm a good person, and people should want to be around me because of those things and not because of vain reasons. There's so many people that I've seen that are attractive, both male and female, and their attitude stinks. Like their personality stinks, and it radiates around other people, and people end up adopting those things and feeling like they're not good enough. And it's like, no, that person is just a shitty person. Like, why would you even want someone around you that's so vain, that only cares about you for your looks? There's so much more to a person than just the physical appearance. So I started to like look very well and deep within myself, because I got to a point where I would think that I only look good with makeup on, and I wouldn't think that I look good with just my bare natural skin. And Lord, my skin went through a lot of changes. Like I had a period where my skin was fine, and then boom, acne, and then like the lower half of my face used to get like hormonal acne everywhere. And you know, like it's embarrassing too when like you have like little hairs popping in your face everywhere, and it's like when you like try and remove them, suddenly you get a bump, and it's like, oh my gosh. And so like you're starting from square one all over again. But slowly I started to begin gaining confidence within myself, and by the end of senior year of college, I hit an all-time low because of planning for grad school, and then so many crazy stuff happening, and then I just started feeling like blah, and feeling bad about myself, and then my confidence kind of went down. But like over a course of time, like I realized that like I am beautiful, and I don't really care whether someone shows me validation or not for my looks, because my beauty comes from within, and I've realized that I'm a beautiful person, and whether someone else thinks I'm beautiful or not, that doesn't change what happens from within. And I want you to realize that too. You might not look the way you want to look, but guess what? There's levels to this thing. You're not ugly, you're just broke. If you put in the work and start taking better care of your skin, start taking care of your body, what you put inside your body, like foods, also what you tell yourself. Like tell yourself every day, like I'm beautiful, I'm that, and nobody can try me. Like tell yourself positive affirmations. You fake it till you make it. Don't allow anybody to tell you who you get to be. And if that person doesn't see your beauty and doesn't see your worth, and you're crushing over them and you're killing yourself over backwards for them, they ain't the right person. Let them go. Begin eliminating them, because we are eliminating nonsense people. We don't have time for you. Like you'll come to a point when you look too good that they'll be able to see you, but they can't even reach you. That's just how life works. People who do crazy things to you, like they don't ever realize like how it impacts you. But guess what? Don't let it impact you. One day you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, I overcame that. I grew from that. Like, you'll realize that you are an amazing person. You're beautiful. And even if other people don't tell you, tell yourself that. Because you're the only person that matters about how you feel. Whether you dress up, whether you dress bummy, your worth does not change because of someone's inability to love you. So love yourself, and yeah. And at the age of 23, I'm starting to feel confident in myself. And this summer, I ended up putting on a bathing suit. After not putting on a bathing suit for nearly a decade, almost a decade, like 9 years, I had not put a bathing suit on and felt confident in my body. Like, all the time I felt like a sack of potatoes, like I was ugly. And I always used to tell myself, like, oh, I can't put on a bathing suit because I don't look like this person or that person. But then this summer I just put on the bathing suit and I took a picture of it, and people showed me a lot of love, and I was just like, wow. I guess my perception of myself is all in my head. Like, someone else might look at me and think I'm very beautiful, and then I'm over here thinking I'm ugly. Like, you shouldn't do that to yourself. But slowly I'm starting to gain more confidence in myself. I'm starting to take better care of my skin, my body, because my body is my temple, and I want to feed it with nice things. I want to tell myself nice things. I want to treat myself good, because if no one else is going to do it for me, I have to do that for myself. I have to be that I have to give myself that pep talk every day that I'm worthy, and despite not always giving myself love, I can do better the next time. So I just want to leave with that. You are awesome. You're amazing. Boy, girl, queen, king, because we only represent royalty in this channel. Yes. All of you guys are queens and kings. Love yourself, and the rest will follow. Forget about anybody who's telling you nonsense. Most of the time, they also have low self-esteem themselves. So how are you going to tell me about myself? Explain to me. Like, no, you're not going to do that to anybody. So just love yourself and be kind to yourself. Speak words of positive affirmation. And one day, you'll be everything and more. You'll be everything and more. So with that being said, I hope you liked the video. And if you did, give it a big thumbs up and comment. And if by the end of this video you still did not subscribe, please click the subscribe button. Please click the subscribe button. And while you're at it, turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And with that being said, bye.